The Spring Marathon event is up next in Pokemon GO. We have a brand new Pokemon GO debut, we have a new costume debut, including other costumes coming back to Pokemon GO, we have a brand new Spring Marathon GO Pass we need to discuss, and right at the end we're going to look at some top tips and targets to really help you maximize this event. This is the Spring Marathon. With Go With Us. Shh. As always, let's get time and dates out of the way. Guys, the Spring Marathon event will be taking place this Tuesday, the 12th of May at 10 a.m., running for 6 days until Monday the 18th at 8 p.m. local time, which means it's the perfect time to talk about our new Pokemon GO debut. Flittle. Flittle is a Psychic-type Pokemon originally coming from the Paldea region and Generation 9. Flittle can evolve into Espathra using 50 candy, which is also a straight Psychic type. But how good is Espathra in Pokemon GO? As we've just said, Espathra is a straight Psychic type. It has a max CP of 2,800, so it's looking like some Ultra League potential here. Its attack value is sitting at 204, 127 on the defense, which is very glassy, but it does recover a little bit in that HP of 216, which is a little bit above average. It is weak to 3 different things, which is going to be Bug, Ghost, and Dark because of that Psychic typing, and it only resists Fighting and Psychic. Its fast moves are going to be Peck and Confusion, and its charge moves are going to be Psychic, Psybeam, and Psyshock, but we also see Dazzling Gleam in there, which is a nice coverage move, especially with Fairy typing. Based off these stats, I think this Pokemon is more leaning towards the Go Battle League. I don't think it's going to be the strongest raid attacker, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Up next, we have to talk about the new Spring Marathon GO Pass. For a total cost of $5, trainers can upgrade to the GO Pass Deluxe, or for $7, you can get the GO Pass Deluxe plus 6 ranks to start off at rank 7. If you only work off the free track, you're going to get the following rewards. It looks like we can get Stardust, XP, Rare Candy, Ultra Balls, and more encounters with event-themed Pokemon, probably Pokemon like Flittle and some of these costume Pokemon that we're going to talk about. And in the Deluxe version, you're going to get a new avatar item pose. You're going to get even more encounters with some of these costume Pokemon, as well as some encounters with Flittle, most likely. You're going to get Incense, Silver Pineapple Berries, Rare Candy XL, Candy XL. But when it comes to the bonuses, because remember, it looks like Pokemon GO are kind of connecting the bonuses to the GO Pass going forward. At tier 1, which is going to be at level 10, it's going to be 2 times XP for spinning a Pokestop. And if you do have the Deluxe version, it's 3 times XP for spinning a Pokestop. Very disappointing, I must say. That is a very average bonus because we've just seen this quite recently and it feels like they're just filling this in as a filler. And then our tier 2, it's going to be half egg hatch distance when the eggs are placed into an incubator. And that half egg hatch distance bonus is present because it looks like we have a new 5-kilometer egg pool where we can get the following Pokemon. And this is where the costumes come in. We can see Pichu wearing the flower crown, Togepi wearing the flower crown, Happiny wearing the flower crown, as well as Flittle, the new Pokemon GO debut. There are some great hatches you want to focus on there, which we are going to touch on towards the end. There will be Spring Marathon field research tasks available, and they have listed 2 Pokemon that are going to be available there. Eevee will be in there with the Cherry Blossom. That 100% IV, I actually know it off by heart because I've got 2 Eevees by way of field research that are Hundos. That Hundo CP is going to be 459 CP. And the other Pokemon that's going to be available is the Flower Crown Brinieri, which is going to be at 539 CP for your guaranteed Hundo. There will be a free Spring Marathon timed research for all trainers, which is pretty much going to reward you with 21,000 XP, including our brand new Pokemon GO costume debut. And yes, Pikachu's got another costume. It is Pikachu wearing the visor, and if you are lucky, this Pokemon can be shiny during this event as well. You would probably be one of the only people that have the shiny Pikachu. Also part of this GO Pass, it looks like there are going to be some new trainers that kind of have that Pikachu black and white theme. I think that looks very sick. You're probably wondering what are going to be the wild spawns. Guys, this is the first time in like 5 years they've listed an event and they haven't told us what the wild spawns are, which I think is incredible, but I think we can make some guesses here. I'm telling you that Pikachu with the visor is most likely going to be in the wild. Baniri with the flower crown will most likely be in the wild. I also think a Pokemon like Eevee has a very strong chance to spawn in the wild because we haven't seen it spawn for some time. So like we said, I'm going to list some tips now, but then we'll discuss some targets that you really should be focusing on because there definitely are some good ones. So how do I really maximize this event? Well, first and foremost, we need to talk about candy gains. Unfortunately, because we don't know the wild spawns and it looks like egg hatching is going to be a big part of this event, it's going to be difficult to kind of determine which mega we should really focus on or a certain type of mega we should focus on. You're going to have to look at what's spawning in the wild and whatever correlates to the type. So for example, if you really wanted that Baniri candy as well as XL candy, you would mega evolve a mega level 3 normal type Pokemon in the background to get as much candy for that specific Pokemon, but that's just an example. Please remember to mega evolve your Pokemon to always get more candy. Tip number 2, and I'm going to make this brief because I have said this in the This Week video, is please remember to trade your Pokemon on that Friday. Friendship Fridays is a massive thing. You get 2 XL candy per trade. Trades cost 10% less Stardust. You're going to get an increased chance of lucky Pokemon, but you also get an additional 2 special trades on that day, guys. Incredibly underrated. I'm just going to leave some results on screen right now. Hundo Magikarp, 2 lucky Hundo Tinkatinks to separate accounts. We even got a Hundo Lucky Orange Flabebe. This is why you need to trade Pokemon. Please do that. Tip number 3 is going to be all about those 5km eggs. Please remember, guys, your May Go Pass is now live. You need to try and get that to level 75 so you can get 2 times Hatch Stardust as well as 2 times Hatch XP on these 5km eggs, or even other eggs you might be focusing on. What you could do is maybe go for the 12km eggs, because we do know that the shiny Varoom is in there as well with the half egg hatch distance on the Go Pass. These could be a lot easier to blow through. Also, Cliff does have that Shadow Snorlax connected to him as well, which is going to be a big attraction, and it can be shiny as well. So that could be a route you could go, but try and get to level 75 on your Go Pass as quick as possible so you can get access to extra Stardust and extra XP awards upon hatching eggs. Tip number 4, and it's going to be a quick one. Please remember that on that Monday, which is going to be the 17th, it is going to be that daily discoveries bonus of Fast Track Monday. So if you are struggling to complete the Go Pass for either your May Go Pass or the Spring Marathon Go Pass, your daily tasks on that day are going to count for double the points, so you can progress a lot quicker. Tip number 5, and this is also going to be a quick one. Please remember, right in the middle of this event as well is going to be Dino Community Day Classic, which is a massive event. Dino going to Hydreigon is a fabulous Pokemon, especially if you are just returning to the game. Please play this Community Day Classic. It is awesome, and you want to be trading those Pokemon to try and get the Hundo as well. Definitely going to be worth your time, but we're going to have a completely separate video covering that. Very important that you play it. Those are your tips out of the way, but what are some top targets? Again, let's talk about our new Pokemon Go debut, Flittle, going to Espathra. As we said, and we've just been able to pull it up now, it looks like as a pure Psychic type attacker, this Pokemon is barely breaking to the top 100 as a Psychic type, and because it does get access to Dazzling Gleam, it can actually be around the 95th Fairy type attacker, so as a raid attacker, it's probably not going to be your best bet, but I do think in the Go Battle League, even though it doesn't have the best typing of just straight Psychic, I think this is going to have some sort of play because it does get access to that Dazzling Gleam, and because its max CP is 2,800, I think we are going to be able to stack some XL Candy into this Pokemon as an Ultra League option to see how well it does. It's going to be interesting, but probably still a little bit glassy. Our next target you absolutely have to focus on, especially because it is in field research. Remember that 459 CP with Eevee coming with the Flower Crown. Please remember that these evolutions will have their Flower Crown as well. So if you did get the Hundo, that would be incredible. Glaceon, the Ice type evolution, currently is the 19th best Ice type attacker in the game. And if you evolve it into Sylveon, which does require you to put Eevee as your buddy and get 70 hearts with this Pokemon, then you can trigger the Sylveon evolution. Sylveon is currently the 25th best Fairy type attacker in the game. And even in the Master League as well, it's actually breaking to the top 100 with that Hundo and XL Candy, currently hovering around the 99th spot. Eevee going into Umbreon, again with that Flower Crown, looks incredible. Umbreon right now in the Great League is currently hovering around the 95th or 96th spot. That optimal IV set is going to be a 0-15-15, and in the Ultra League, Umbreon with the 15-15-15 maxed out is going to be just over the top 100 mark, but next season this could change very quickly. Umbreon has always been a good staple in the Go Battle League. Our next target very quickly is going to be Happiny going into Chansey with the Flower Crown, eventually Blissey. Blissey is pretty much the best gym defender in the game right now, but you can also get candy for that Dynamax Chansey or D-Max Blissey whenever it does come around again. So with eggs, you can always get more candy. This is probably going to be one of my biggest targets. Up next is going to be Togepi with that Flower Crown, going into the Togekiss with Flower Crown. Togekiss right now is the 15th best Fire type attacker in the game, a brilliant all-rounder, even with Giovanni and Team Go Rocket Grunts. In the Ultra League as well, it's currently breaking to the top 40 right now. That optimal IV set you want there is also a 0-15-15, and even in the Master League as well, it's breaking into the top 50, guys. Please get yourself a good Togekiss. Brilliant Pokemon. Last but not least, we need to talk about Flower Crown Pichu, because as we know, and if you haven't heard, Pichu can eventually evolve into Raichu, and we do know that Mega Raichu is coming to the game that has an X form as well as a Y form. But remember, with the recent Mega Evolution update that we have discussed in the video above me, and we will leave it as the end screen, explaining what GoFest Global is going to look like, and it's completely free, the Mega Evolutions have gone through a little bit of an update where this Mega Energy is going to split. So it's very important, while we have the opportunity to try and get Hundos for Pikachu, you may want to try and get a Hundo for both even though the Mega Energy might now be split. I've just mentioned that Go Fest video. I'm going to leave it here, but please, if there's anything this week in Pokemon Go you want to catch up on, I'm going to leave it in my top right. Please check out both of these videos. Go Fest Global is looking incredible. This week is looking a little bit quiet, but there are some hidden gems in here, like those Nihilego 5-star rays that have come back into the mix. There are things you could definitely be focusing on. That shiny Nihilego is just incredible. Guys, love you so much. Please smash that like and subscribe button. We really stacked this video for you. It's the only event of the month that lasts longer than one day, so take advantage. They're prepping for Go Fest. It's going to be a big one. Love you guys. We'll catch you in the next one, baby. Go with us.